Okay. Good morning. Hello. Hi. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Test. Is it working? Good morning. Yeah, no, kids needs to break above this resistance here. Good morning. No, I promise you, I sat here and I was like, okay, I like kids, I like KIDZ, and I want to put this number two because number two is like it's our thing, right? But then at the same time, like you know, I don't want to just randomly be putting names number two because you know what I mean? Because they're the one, right? So like the idea is always to put the stream title in the order of you know. So I'm not, so kids should be number one is what I'm saying, right? So I don't want to just put kids number two just because it should be because we have this thing going. So that was my yeah. Yeah. So that's why I was like, you know what, VRAX still needs to break out, right? Like this one needs to break out. There's no way this one's gonna go number one. No way. It needs to break the downtrend. It needs to prove to us that it can perform. Kids looks a lot better. So, anyways, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Basically, a Wednesday, because yeah, yep, that was a long nap. Now the slowly breaking into the supply zone. Slowly breaking into the supply zone. Okay, let's see. Mute my Discords as well. Turn this off. Okay. You are your skills guessing today. You're taking mask. Mask has a nice low float. Just not the volume isn't quite there yet. You know, the volume just isn't there yet. So we'll see. Honestly, this morning looks a bit suspicious. Um, yeah, this morning seems a bit suspicious. Like the names we're looking at, they all seem a bit sus to their own degree. PAVS did an offering, not an offering, a split this morning. So that's why the stock popped initially and then came back down. Alrighty, so we just kind of have it on there as well. ARTL kind of did a little runny thing, this morning off the support, and then failed at the resistance. So kind of have an eye on that. NPT had a nice little pop as well. ELAB, like it did well, and then just got rejected in the supply area. So for now, that support is closer to like 370. Yeah, so if it can stay above 370, that's okay. Cool. So we have a whole bunch of names that look, a bit suspicious. HKIT, nice bounce off the 200 EMA as well. So that's not too bad. But it's also a micro penny stock, right? It's up 140%. It's nice, but it's still a micro penny stock, right? So a lot of people tend to avoid stuff like that. Alrighty. So we'll see what some of these other names can do here. So this morning, VRAX and KIDZ kind of stood out. VRAX is slowly dipping here, but again, let's see what happens at the open and let's see what happens at the 200 EMA. Cool. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. Yeah, it's been up and down quite a bit. I'm surprised they haven't delisted this thing or done a split yet. Very surprised. So yeah, we'll see. Once the market opens, we should get a whole bunch of alerts, and a whole bunch of these names should stand out a bit more, and then we'll go from there. So right now they, for the most part, all look suspicious. Even in like as much as like kids look the best right now, KIDZ, but at the same time, it still looks. At the same time, it still looks a bit suspicious. Ayo, ayo, ayo. July. Okay. What do I think of Pola? Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Marvel got a big investment this morning from Nvidia, so that's why the stock is up 10% this morning. Yeah. Yeah. This one. So Nvidia is investing $2 billion in Marvel. Pretty cool, huh? It's a lot of monies, but then again, Nvidia makes so much monies that it doesn't really. They make so much monies. We'll join Nvidia, la 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 la. The platform said on Tuesday, shares of 12%. Nvidia, la 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 la. Easy for Marvel to design custom intelligence with la 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 la. Cool. Yeah. Marvel. Okay. Yep. $2 billion. What am I looking at again, Chris? Looking at Pola. Uh, 275. Okay, sounds good. It looks like it's pushing up a little bit here off the demand zone. Off the you can see you actually have quite a few bottoms at the bottom there. You know, quite a few bottoms, closer to 225, and then a lot of tops closer to 235. What's your entry price in this, Chris? If you're not in a position, I would be waiting honestly, for maybe a retest of that bottom again, or simply just a break above the range. Alrighty. If you're in a position, that's fine. Then you can kind of pick and choose and wait for the breakout or get rid of it. But yeah, when you notice that it's constantly failing right there, constantly failing right there, constantly failing, then yeah, you don't want to be getting in really close to that price just in case it doesn't break out. Breaks out, cool. If it doesn't, then you have a problem. Yeah. You're not in a position, yeah, then you have to wait for closer to those bottoms and consolidation, or you have to wait for the breakout. Yeah. Rested 15 times. Yeah, retested the yeah. Anyways, KIDZ is still kind of stalling in that supply zone. So again, as much as we like this one, it still looks a bit suspicious, right? Again, VRAX number 2. Let's see if the magic of number 2 happens again. Watch that 200 EMA already. We're also kind of consolidating, downtrending. So a bit suspicious. Again, all of these names look a bit suspicious to me. Yeah. They all look a bit suspicious. There's a new penny stock popping there. AIXI. Let me take a look. AIXI. You can usually tell that it's a bit of a rubbish morning for momentum stocks when you have all these penny stocks pumping left and right, Then you're like, yup, 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 yup. Yep. So honestly, nothing's really changed here. Yeah. Yeah, they're all sus. Every single one of them. SST doesn't look too bad. This one has it's almost had a run every day now. HKIT again looks okay. It's still a penny stock though, so 10 cents resistance, but at least it's trying. Right, so the like here comes a test of 10 cents. Question for you guys in the chat: what's your favorite stock going into the open? Yeah, no, they do have news. Yeah, it's a lawsuit news, right? They're providing an update. You know what I mean, Maureen? Right. So, AIXI Corporation provides further updates on its patent infringement lawsuit. So, that's interesting. HKIT is like, you guys like me or you not like me? You like me or you not like me? No, 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 no. There goes a nice little pop there. Yeah, KIDZ is going to be a standout for a lot of you guys. Raven, yeah, this one's going to be a standout. It really does need to break out, though. Really, really, really needs to break out. Let me take a look at Bullfrog. ELAB is slowly curling up that same bottom again, which is quite nice, actually, right? I have it up. Yeah, so over here. NPT is also curling. So NPT is curling off the golden pocket and the 200 EMA with potential breakout level at 680. ELAP is also double triple bottoming at 375, 370, and also still needs to break out though. That's the issue. And then BRFG, BFRG. Um, Yeah, we obviously played with this one yesterday. It also needs to break out above the VWAP because it just seems to be going back and forth as well. So we have a whole bunch of random stocks. Yep, definitely did Austin. And so you can see though that like even with that news, it hasn't really broken out above yesterday's high. So at the very least, break out above that level. At the very least, break resistance. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's see. Again, so yeah, KIDZ is gonna be a stand up for a lot of people. ELAP is still trying to push and break out here, so we need that breakout, right? And here is the open, and then NPT. All right, let's see what happens. KIDZ again. This one's gonna be the standout for most people, so it is popping at the open. And then let's see what VRAX does. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see if this one can find a bit of a base off the 200 EMA there, and then curl. Just because But for now, again, KIDZ is the one that really needs to give us some violence here. Some violence. Again, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. There goes KIDZ. 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 Nice pop. A very, very, very nice pop. Yeah, that thing said, hey, I'm the best looking stock. What do you want to say to me? What do you want to say to me? So again, for now, at the very least, yeah, ELAB does look okay there too, actually. Yeah, so again, still watching VRAX off this 200 EMA. Let's see if we can stay above that 200 EMA and then push. Right, like I said earlier, again, I really wanted to put KIDZ number 2, right? But if this is the best looking stock in the market, I'm not going to put it number 2. It's going to be number 1. Alrighty. So the best stock will always be number 1. The best performing stock will always be number 1, and then that hidden potential kuka will be number 2. You know, so that's what VRAX is. VRAX is like that hidden monster looking in the shadows. Saying, "Hey, you see this violence that I have? You see this violence? You see the violence?" So up to 200 EMA, it's kind of holding there for now. VRAX. That thing has work to do though. Alrighty, so there it goes. Brack says, "You see this? You see this? It's way too early though, guys. So again, don't be making crazy decisions. Alrighty. If you need to sit on your hands for a few minutes, sit on your hands. Let the markets relax, and then you'll have a list of proper stocks. But that 200 EMA is holding well, and VRAX is slowly pushing up there. So 27.50, 28, almost 28. Right? Yeah. Almost 28. So hey, number 2 is still kind of working. It is working because it's higher than when we talked about it, right? Um, Let's see if it can stay above that VWAP though, because that level is going to be important. Again, the downside to all of these names now though is that we're still at the open, and you're going to get a whole lot of volatility. You know what I mean? So look at this, right? NPT look good, not now it's dipping. ELAB look good, but it's hitting resistance and coming back down, right? So that's going to be that's always the downside at the open. Is look at both rock. Raven, is your wife home? I think it's because Raven's wife isn't home. He took all the monies in the account and bought Bullfrog. He took all the monies. So Bullfrog said, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We will not have a house tonight." Oh, you own? She's not here. See? I knew it. I knew it. There goes kids though. Kids just had a really nice pop there back above the $4 level. Yeah. So again, most of you like this one more, right? So a lot of you guys are going to be in this one more than anything else. So congratulations if you're in this one. Yeah. So 420. 420. Like I said, the two standout stocks for me for now at the open, obviously KIDZ and VRAX, right? So those two. And let's see what Bullfrog can do with a bit of a retest, like a higher low, Raven. Right, that was the nice pop. The candles also seem like the volume needs a little bit of help. You know what I mean? So again, to me, these two stocks still stand out. I want to see a breakout on VRAX though. Like VRAX, you can see that we've been to this level a few times already, right? So technically, we're just going back and forth here into the same resistance, right? So technically, we're just going back and forth in the same range here. So here we go. We're testing 28 cents again. There goes 28 cents for VRAX. So new highs of the day, not quite a breakout yet though. Right? And then we're getting rejected off the same area. Kits, on the other hand, is retesting that 420, so that's looking really good. Yeah. Blake, good job. You're done for the day already? My goodness. Blake says, I'm done for the day, guys. Yeah, no, this looks good. Yeah. Why do you not have monies? You spent all the monies? So yeah, that 420 is always a level where people are like, you know what? I feel like taking some gains at 420. Why? Just so I can say I took gains at 420, Just so I can say I took gains at 420. Right? VRAX is still kind of playing with that 28 area. So you can clearly tell we need a breakout, and then we can push for that last high. Right? So we're looking better. Right? Here comes a test. Test. And it's getting, again, for the fourth time now, we're getting rejected off that level. Yeah. So if we can break out there, then you should be good. And then there goes kids. No need to push it when the daily is met. Good job, Blake. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Okay, so still getting rejected off that 420 resistance. And then it looks like this one's also getting rejected off that 28 area, right? So let's see which of these can give us a higher low. Give us the higher low. Looking at some of these other names, Mask is pushing up nicely there, which is good. So testing the VWAP, right? So testing the yeah. So the VWAP is at $1.86 ish. $1.86 ish. That thing has that nice float, doesn't it? A really nice float. So I'm surprised it's taking that long for that thing to move. But Bullfrog is retesting the highs of the day again here, Raven. $1.45. $1.45. And ELAB is holding really well. The 370, the 200 EMA at 370. So that's not too bad, right? So that is a nice little bounce there, right? Off this demand zone here. But at the same time, it's also having a really difficult time when we push to the to that high there at 420. So obviously needs to break out as well. Yeah. And mask is pushing for the yeah, that's a really nice push on mask actually. That was a good bottom though, right? It's a good bottom and then a $2 resistance here. $2 resistance. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, kids is really trying to break out of this 420. The kids, that level is clearly a problem, though. Clearly a problem. Clearly a problem. And then ELAP is still just sitting in the middle here. It looks like VRAX is still getting rejected. So watch that 200 EMA again. Again. So that thing said, at least I gave you a bit of a push. At least I gave you something. The only thing that's broken out this morning, like a proper breakout, is KIDZ, and then a little bit of mask as well, right? But even then, that was the break of the 200 EMA. So this 420 level is becoming very difficult. Let's go, Raven. I missed that. All of the kids, hashtag trended. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Raven. Come on now. Thank you very much. Raven, thank you. I appreciate that. Now kids needs to break above 420. Break, 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 break. It's really trying. Yeah, no, that's a good push on mask. You just have resistance at $2, so just be careful there, Flip. Yeah. Just be cautious up there. And then ELAP is really trying, but it's in the trenches, in the depth of the supply zone. VRAX again playing with that 200 EMA. Let's see if it stays above the alley. But you could see on the left hand side, right? So when you have these resistance levels coming into the open like this, you're gonna have problems when you get to them at the open, right? Especially when the stock is actually stalling there. It's giving you warning signs, like warning, red flags. So if we can break out of there, then good. But we'll see. You're green onUgro. Good. Good. Yeah, that level is a very difficult level, it seems. And ELAP is getting rejected, right? So again, a lot of these names, Bullfrog is pushing there. So Raven is actively still buying the entire float. Raven, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing, Raven? Raven's like, well, if my wife isn't home, I can own something. You can own the float of something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that 150 level there with that supply zone, Raven, a little bit of good job, Kristen. Good job, good job, good job. Again, I think KIDZ has been the easiest one so far this morning, right? Hugo is pushing for highs of the day there now. But yeah, KIDZ has been the easiest one this morning, and from the very beginning, you could tell that this was the best looking chart, right? So the best looking chart. Funny. The best looking chart, and now Bullfrog is yeah, a dollar 11. Good job, Jay. Good job. Nice. Well done. Well done. So a bit of a breakout there above $1.50. Let's see if that candle can close above. It should be Raven. Should be able to. Don't worry, Raven is in control. It should be able to. There goes 160. $1.60. That's a nice push. Good job. Yeah. You did? No, Raven also did, and Raven did. Yeah, it's breaking above. The problem is it's not closing above Austin, right? So it needs to close above for that next push. That is the issue you're having there. Yeah. So it's not about the break, it's about the close. Looks like Pola is pushing for new session highs here too, Chris. Okay. And then again, VRAX is still playing with that 200 EMA, guys, right? So again, it's holding, which is fine, but I think we need some, some positive price action here on this thing. Some positive price action. My husband looked at me weird. I like it a lot, Jules. He's just here for the violence. Let's go. Your husband's like, you know what? This hot trades thing you're watching so much, you might need to violence, Jules. Yes. Next time your husband does something silly, you just need to remind him, like, hey, you like violence, don't you? Yeah, you're asking for it. You're asking for violence. uh, Tell him to stop his rubbish. Yeah, I like it. Can I tell you NVIDIA? And like I said yesterday and every other day, when NVIDIA is dipping, 10, 20%, it's a good time to scale in. Alrighty? It's a good time to scale in. It is, Dad. Yup. It is. Yeah. A dollar 65, Ali. $1.65. VRAX is really, really trying to hold that level. The problem is we haven't made any brand new highs. And if we know anything about retail, right? Retail doesn't want to do anything until this thing actually breaks out. So it's really, really trying. But we need somewhat of a breakout there. We're still struggling at the $2 here for mask. We couldn't break out because there's a lot of resistance here for kits, right? 420 resistance. Surprise, surprise, not really, right? So we need some boom skis. ELAB back and forth in the same range. Oh, VRAX is showing some juice, isn't it? Some little juice, some little violence. But we need that breakout. Yeah. Yep. No, they rejected it off an expected level. So that's Alex says you're down 2%. What did you buy this thing at, Alex? What are you in VRAX at? Yeah. Aziz, what's your question for AHKIT? See if this one can break above $1.65. DM coming soon. Okay, sounds good, Virus. Hopefully it's good news. Good news. Good news, Virus. I just want to say I've already called the stock market bottom. Okay, the stock market has bottomed. Now it's time to pump up. Is that's all I'm saying. I just wanted to yeah, yeah. That's a nice little pop there, Raven. That golden candle is going to be interesting though. So let's see what happens. Yeah, it needs to hold above that $1.65. Okay, sounds good, Virus. Yeah. Yeah, you're just in the middle of the range there, Alex, right? So it's holding the 200 EMA, but it's also not really breaking about 28, right? So we're basically just sitting in the middle here. So you need a direction here to for your next move. Free my grandma. Thank you for the super kiss for the super sticker. Yeah, I like the slice of cake. Thank you, free my grandma. Thank you. Here we go, 170. So you like the name? Yeah. Free my grandma. uh, love it. Here comes 170. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So if you haven't scaled into the market's dip yet, we've already called the stock market bottom. No more dips. You hear that? No more dips. So also there's a Black Friday sale going on. There's a Black Friday, not a Black Friday sale. Why am I saying Black Friday? An Easter sale going on for TradingView. So if you were looking for a TradingView subscription, um, yeah. Am I done buying dips, Tony? No, probably not. But I don't have any more money for dips though. Yeah, Easter sale. Alrighty. So if you open up TradingView, you're gonna see it says Easter sale up to 80% off, right? But that's most likely for like the more expensive memberships, right? So the lower you go, it probably goes to 70, 60, but there's still a sale going on. So if you were looking for a TradingView subscription, blah blah blah, you can always, yeah. I know, right, Dan? Easter sale, guys. Not a Black Friday sale. Cool. There's also a link in the description if you want a discount to. I think you get another discount probably. Yeah, there's a link in the description there for. So click the link and it'll take you to TradingView. Easter sale. Take a loan out. I mean, if the market's crashed enough, I would take a loan to buy market dips. You know, yeah. But I would probably buy stuff that pay dividends. So the loan could pay itself off. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Like if the markets were down 20, 30% and I didn't have any monies, I would 40%, 50%. Yeah, I would. I would do it. Virus? Oh Lord have mercy. VRAX again. This has been the problem with VRAX, right? It's just we can't if you don't get that breakout, people are very skeptical, right? At the very least, you want to be breaking those resistance levels coming into the open. If not, let's see what happens at the golden pocket now. Alrighty. Okay, let me take a look. Let's pray for Virus, guys. I know Virus just took a massive position in something. No, 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 no. Almost as much, Virus. Almost as much. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start with March. Okay, so today is okay. I like that all these positions. Oof, Virus. Damn. I like that all of these positions were made before today though, because the market's pumping today, so these positions are nice and green. No, no, no. I like it. I like it. I like the bottoms already because the markets are pumping. That's a big position there, Varys. That's a big position. That's a very big position. Lord have mercy. No, 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 no. Okay, December 18. Okay, I like it. I like it. Yeah. Damn, that's virus. Uh, okay, Jan 2027. Okay, that's good. I was about to pray for you. No, 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 no. Okay. I like those two. Gen 27. No, 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 no. Okay. I like that there's a lot of time on these positions too, Virus. Yeah. Okay. So I like it. Love it. Yeah. Virus, like I said, I'm calling the stock market bottom. We've hit the bottom. From now on, only boom skis. Okay. We'll do it for Virus. Every day, green. Yeah, mass just exploded there after retesting the bottoms there. Damn, that is a nice pop. This thing has such a low float though. Right? It's such a low float. Well done. Yeah, that was again the float on this thing is 300,000 shares. So now it's really pumping, really pumping. I'm surprised they haven't halted it up yet. This is what we were looking for when we initially mentioned it because of that low float. It just wanted to dip and dip and dip, and then eventually. So it's halted up now. By the way, right? This is the thing with like these split stocks is sometimes you don't know the price that it's gonna pump at, right? Like you just don't know. You have to wait and wait and wait and wait, and then eventually, yeah. So you just never know the price that these things take off at. But when a stock does a split, you know it's gonna pump at some point. Is it gonna be a $5, $2, $1? In this case, it went from $5 to $4 to $3 to $2, all the way to $1.19 or $1.60, and then eventually boom skis. So yeah, good job, Michael. Well done. Well done. Love it. KIDZ obviously got rejected off that 420, so that's really not a surprise. You could see the stalling there, right? That's called a T-Rex. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Has a very nice pop on mask. Very, very nice pop. Congratulations if you got into this one. Yeah. Finally, Tim. It only took 100 years. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Yeah. See why I don't play with kids? Um, not Kristen. Yeah, it always gives up, right? But the stock did do good though. Like it did really well. Kids give everybody an opportunity to make monies, right? Like look at that. That thing was up 100%, right? Like it gave everybody an opportunity, and it gave everybody an opportunity to sell because it stalled at resistance for like 10 minutes. If you don't see that resistance and you don't sell, then you're just greedy, right? So there goes Bullfrog, right? So Bullfrog is testing that resistance now, right? So finally, telling you, when Raven's wife isn't home, oh my days. Let's go, Dan. It's about time, you know. Like I said, we called the stock market bottom. No more dips. From here on out, the economy is phew. You know, no words to it. We don't care about Trump anymore. Yeah. Yes. It's pretty sus that the kids keep stopping at 420. Yeah, it's one of those psychological levels, you know, one of those levels. So let's see if this thing can close above $1.80. I'm done so market can do what it wants. Let's go, Dan. Well done. See what happens when the market behaves, Dan? You know? Yeah, well done. Good job. Good job, Shane. Good scalp. Okay. Yep. Just be ready to lock in those gains on a stock like this though, please. Alrighty? Just be ready to lock in those gains because again, when a stock like this runs with no news, the at some point they end up slapping it back down. So just be ready for that. And again, $1.80 is our resistance here for BFRG. Yeah. When Raven's wife isn't home, oh my days. Raven will pump all the stocks. Pump all the stocks. Timeline. Uh, 219. Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, 180, and then if that thing can close above there with some nice consolidation, then you're looking for $2. Yeah. I mean, if it can stay about 20 cents there, Regan, maybe stay above the 20 cents. And then for KIDZ, you're basically just retesting the opening range. So right about 360. Let's see if we can stay above that level already. Mask is on halted, by the way, and still looking very interesting. Like I said, though, just be ready to lock in gains because it's going to be volatile. So um, please and thank you. Just be ready to lock in gains. That thing is sheesh, 270. You know, sometimes I wish when we talk about these stocks initially they do this, you know? They like playing games so much and then eventually you know the run's gonna come. Yeah. So that's a really nice run. A few other YouTubers said Bullfrog won't hit $2. Why did they say that, Ali? What's the how many streams do you want? Are you cheating on us? Unbelievable. How many streams are you watching, Ali? How many? How many? Um, What's the reasoning for saying that it's not getting to $2? What's the reason? Choo, 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 choo. All of them. No, yeah, no. For Bullfrog, you want to see that thing consolidate above $1.80. If it can, then yes, $2. If it doesn't, then no. Um, yeah. So the $1.80 is the level that it needs to consolidate above if it wants to push. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if Mask is going to create a bit of a theme here for these low float stocks. At this point, it really hasn't yet, but yeah. Are they going to crash the markets on that, Dan? Or are they going to keep pumping it? They better keep pumping it because we've had enough red days. We need like a 3% green day, like a 3% green day, Dan. One of those green days where you're like, oh my days, one of a kind in history. Yeah, we need one of those days. Good morning, Aaron. So yeah, Mass keeps pushing here, pushing. Very nice. And again, Bullfrog is still fighting with that 280 area, so it needs to close above 280. Could you tell me the support and resistance? Common person, just be careful. If they have earnings, the support and resistance, might not really mean anything. But I'll take a look though. Are you in a position or you're looking for an entry? Let me know. That is a very nice push. Very, very nice. A very, very, very nice push. That's the skyrocket today. Only if Raven buys the rest of the float, Fernando. Only if Raven buys the float, easy. What is this? I like it, Rob. I like it. I like it. Again, do you guys see why it's important to be flexible, right? Because we come into the open and Mask is not at the top of the list. Why? Because why the hell would Mask be at the top of the list, right? This is more for people that have been holding it already as a swing play, but then the market opens and it's breaking out, right? So again, this is why like we pay so much attention to like the breakouts at the open because retail will go wherever the money is at, right? If you notice that there's resistance right there and right there and right there, this level is a problem, right? The 200 EMA is a problem. Once it breaks out of that level, the money will start flowing in, right? So sometimes waiting that first few minutes at the open is really important, really, really important because you can have a list of names you like, but the stock that runs might not be on your list of names, right? So just always important to be flexible and open. Bullfrog just hit new highs of the day, so $1.90, right? Who are those YouTubers that said it's not going to $2, Ali? Right? I mean, $1.90 is pretty close to $2, isn't it? Pretty close, pretty close. So I'd like to know the reason. Is it a technical reason? Is it just because? Is it? What's the reason? Again, that $1.80 level is still a magnet here for Bullfrog. Still a magnet. So yeah, still a magnet. Is it because they're shorting it though, Ali? Like, did they give you a reason? Is it because they're shorting it? Because they don't want people buying it? Because they're shorts? Is it for personal reasons or is it for what's the reason? Always good for you to know though, right? So you can learn from it. Not because it's important, because you shouldn't be listening to anybody anyways, but it's good for you to know, right? Like, okay, if you don't think it's getting to $2, because $1.90 is, like I said, is pretty damn close. Right? It's pretty damn close. That last candle hit brand new highs of the day. So yeah. Anyways, anyways, yeah. So it looks like Mask got rejected off 285. Is it a good spot for ELAB? Wait for it to curl for a second already. This level's been a good area, Kevin. Right, 270 has been a good, 370 has been a good spot. Right, the difference now is you're kind of sitting below the 200 EMA. So give it a second for it to start showing you signs of wanting to curl back up. Yeah, Raven cooked Bullfrog, cooked. Now when Raven's wife gets back home, Raven's gonna have, a nice dinner ready for her because she left the house. She left the house and said, "Ray, honey, today you can cook." Well done, Raven. Yeah. She said, "Today I will let you cook and celebrate by yourself with no side eye, and you can use all our monies." Okay. Is NCT the one you mentioned, Dara? NCT, the one that's doing the split. That's yeah. Yeah, we'll see what it does. Is that the best you can do? uh, Unbelievable. Again, I'm only gonna say nice things about Dan's wife. Only nice things. And I agree with her. Dan, is that the best you can do? Just do better, please. That's gonna be the split price, $1.65. That doesn't give it a whole lot of room to dip. But we'll see. We shall see. uh, 183. This level has been a difficult level for the stock. Difficult level. Yeah, for the most part, Mask is retesting the 250. The 250. But she's the best thing to ever happen to me. Love with that, and on ending, yes. No, Dan, you can tell. You can tell. Yeah. The more you complain about it, which then I know. Yes. Then I know. As long as it stays above the Joshua late bloomer, yeah. As long as it stays above the 200 EMA, the potential is still there. So try and stay above 335. She forced me to say that. No, your wife is busy working, and here you are. You're already done for the day. You better be productive. No wonder she forces you to go outside, Dan, because she knows you're done for the day. She's like, you're done for the day, and all you're doing is making you're making videos of roast. Go outside and be productive, please. Blink twice. Ah. Mask is kind of doing a good job of retesting that 50, isn't it? Right? It's doing a good job there. Doing a good job of retesting $2.50 and holding, at least for now. For now, not a whole lot of consolidation, and those candles still look a bit scary, but at least it's holding. Yeah, yeah. So that 20 cents. Yeah, let's see if it can stay above 20 cents here for VRAX, Raven. See if it stays above. Yeah, Mask is doing a really good job there of holding that retest spot. Very, very good retest. That is excellent. Look at that. That is such a good retest. So 250 retest back above the and then brand new highs of the day. That is very nice. Very, very nice. Uh, well done. Love it. Okay, so 164, 194. I like that. I like that. $3 next resistance for mask. Yeah. $3. I know Pelish has been spamming this one. I wonder if he took the monies. It's about time. So yeah, when a stock does a split, the best thing you can do is to set alerts for for these last highs for the breakouts, because when the volume kicks in, you can kind of see too, like this thing looked pretty weak, right? Like weak every day, weak, and then the volume started to come in yesterday. Uh, yeah, this morning actually, right? So this morning from $1.15, like that thing was pretty low, $1.15, and then boom skis. So that's really the most important thing is when the volume comes in. So you can honestly ignore these stocks when they do that split until the volume kicks in, because you're not going to miss it, right? Base case is that they do a split and it keeps crashing, and then eventually the volume kicks in and it pops. Eventually. Uh, what is that again? Three we come. I just got an alert for mask. Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting that alert at this price, but that thing said, thank you very much. I think we had a level at 320 we had to break above. Skunk, as long as it stays above 20 cents, you can see that Raven and Tiffany are taking like small starting positions, right? So yeah, it's in a golden pocket area. It needs to reclaim that level, right? So, but again, to me, the most important thing here is that psychological level at 20 cents. So if VRAX can stay above that level, then it's fine. Yeah. So it's consolidating. It needs to push back above. Needs to push back above. Good job. Good job, Wheezy. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. I like that. 7.5. Bullfrog still looks good. It's still fighting with that 280 area. And it's still fighting there. Still fighting. I like it, Raven. I like it. It's scalpies. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. Pump the markets, Dan. Pump the markets. The stock market bottom is in. No more dips. No more dips. Someone take Trump's Twitter account away, or whatever account he likes to spam on. Take it away. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, virus. I like how those positions were all in before today, That's good. That's very, very nice. Yeah, because if you were taking those positions today, I don't, we wouldn't take those positions today anyways. Uh, mm. No, we just don't want. We just don't want more tweeting. So there goes VRAX with a little curly off the 20 cents here. Little curlies. Yeah, Skunk, did you join the criminals at 20 cents? Little curlies. Yeah, you can see why that alert was there, right, at 320. So I think I put that alert at 320 because there was a resistance level here that we needed to break. Um, I just didn't put a line there for resistance. I just set an alert instead. Every day, Raven. I'm starting to believe you. I'm telling you, like when your wife isn't home, you know, when your wife isn't home, it's like Christmas. Yeah. So if you can just get her to go to work every day, and then you treat her like with like a nice gift when she gets back every day. Yeah. Yep. Then that would be good. That would be good. Interesting. Okay. Uh, yeah, 21. Okay. Yeah, let's see if the volume kicks in there. Yeah, yeah, 20 cents was obviously nicer, right? Closer to 20 cents nicer. And it's slowly curling there. Slowly. Telling you, when Raven's involved and he buys the floats, yeah, you might as well just start celebrating, Start celebrating. And what? And thrust. And what? And thrust. Even if the candles haven't moved yet, just start thrusting. I don't know why we still have Marvel up here, but yeah, nice little bounce of the 200 EMA. We're still stuck at this level here, $1.80 for Bullfrog. So it needs to break that if it wants to push. Mask hit resistance. KIDZ is still holding the VWAP and the 200 EMA. And then VRAX is really trying to curl. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, exactly, Rob. You never want to be buying a split stock because you just feel like buying it, right? You have to wait for the volume or wait for some news to drop. If not, base case is that it's going to sell off and then find support and then cook because it has a low float, right? The only question is when, and at what price does it move at? Okay. Break, 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 bullfrog, break, break. By 2 cents. Yeah, no, exactly, Luna. 2 cents. Mm. Yeah, they had good news earlier last week. I think Ali posted that news over one of the weekends. Is it last weekend, Ali? Something like that. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay. Can we get a breakout? Can we get a breakout? Yeah, kids are still holding that view up really nicely here. I think we need to get back above the 50 at the very least, though. So get back above 370. 370, 375, and then maybe we regain a bit of momentum here. So again, good push at the open, right? We obviously stalled at resistance. Don't think anybody is really surprised about that, right? We've done enough educating on this channel that when you see a stock running like that and you see it stalling at the same spot, you know that's called a T-Rex, right? You know what the golden candle means, right? On the way up, you know what the red zone means, right? So we've done enough education that like no one should be buying at that price. You should be scaling out of your position, right? So and then all the way back down to to a better level. So hopefully no one's holding a bag on that because if you are, then you deserve a slap. So if it can get back above 375, then it might be ready for another push. Tyler, yeah, they did. It had a nice little pop early and then gave away those gains. Push and gave away the gains. Okay. I like the way that mask is behaving though. The technical analysis on this is quite nice. Right? Like look at look at the initial like retest. So look at the breakout. So look at the 250 breakout and then the retest. And then your next resistance is right there at 285 and then the retest of 285. Right? Like yeah, the levels are behaving, at least the chart is behaving well for now on mask. Not sure if it's gonna continue to do that, but for now it's behaving well. Behaving well. As soon as we say that, it's like, oh, let me just come back and test it for good measure, It's back down to the same level again. Yeah, it looks it like yeah, Raven, until you break out, it's gonna be annoying. But that's usually what happens on a stock that's on a clear downtrend though, Like clearly on a downtrend. Higher low, lower low, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the first time that it's bounced and not created a brand new low. So at the very least, it's making progress. Some progress. So this area here is going to be very important. It's like a combination of the 200, the 50, the downtrend, and also the last little high here. So yeah, so yeah, that level is going to be interesting. Is going to be interesting, and Mask is still holding that 285, right? Ucro is pushing again, guys, above $26. A couple, 1 million shares, Ali, at 20 cents. Yeah, GV looks interesting. Yeah, GV, you grow, I grow. Do, 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 do. Yep. And then Bullfrog is still sitting at $1.80. Still fighting for its life there. Fighting for its life. With 1,000, and then see where it goes. Never go crazy with these. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Penny stocks are nice when they run, but if you have a big position in the wrong direction, you can cry really quickly. Those tears will just roll down your eyes, you know. It's a penny stock for a reason. Always remember that, because they can scam the rubbish out of you. You grow. 2 weeks in any good swings. Hold for a couple of weeks. Let me take a look at this one. It's not really yeah, there you go. Let's see, Raven. Let's see. Moment of truth. This is the moment of truth now. It needs to break through that level. Yep. Yep. The moment of truth, Tiffany. Why does it feel like all these names are sleeping today? Like everybody just said, hey, you know what? There we go, 22. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Raven's wife isn't home. That's all you need to know. You know, the first question you should ask when you show up on stream, Raven, is your wife home? No? Okay, good. Okay, good. Then don't worry about it. 22. Here we go. At least those bits are moving up to 22 cents as well. Five months. Let's go, Regan. Now send VRAX to 25 cents. I like it. I like it. Looks like, yeah, GV is getting a nice little pop there. Relaxing time for personal hobbies. No, for Raven, it ranges from using the wife, like all the money that the wife goes to work to make, to spend on stocks. and then he buys the whole float. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. Spend all the monies. Yeah, it's great. It's very great. Yeah, so this level between the downtrend, the 50, and the that level, there's going to be an interesting spot. You made $350, Chris. Well done. Congratulations. Good. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done. ELAB is slowly bouncing off the lows here. 355. Let me pull up GV as well, because GV had a nice little pop on the scanner there too. A nice little pop. Not bad. That was a good retest of the golden pocket at 25 cents actually. A nice little retest. Multiply DDT. Yes, that's the correct word to use. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Sadness is not it. Spending the wife's money, that's the yeah. Interesting. Chris, yeah, is trying to. Again, this level is going to be very interesting, though. So, very interesting. So yeah, mask looks like it came all the way down to retest at 250 again. All the way down for another retest. And again, Bullfrog, you can see all the stalling there, right? It's only a matter of time. When you're sitting there for that long, people will start taking gains, whether it's slow or fast, right? T-Rex. The T-Rex. Interesting. And there goes GV with a 35-cent test. GV. Okay. Interesting. 35 pennies. Yeah, this was a really good retest. I like when we have the golden pocket on the way up and then it breaks above it and then comes back to the retest. I like that retest especially when it's curling off the retest. So that was quite nice for GV there. Now you're breaking through the 35. Oof, GV says thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is anybody holding GV? Yeah, good scalp, Shane. Good, I like that. Yeah, especially for the penny stonks. Good jobs. Yeah, no, if VRAX can find a way to break above that 200 EMA, then I think that's when it really opens up the room, you know. But now it's still going to be, you can almost tell that it's kind of retesting the golden pocket as well, too. Mario, well done. Good. 37, new highs of the day. Brand new highs of the day. Okay. You sold for a little loss. See? You see, Raven? You see? Yeah, you see? If your wife wasn't home yesterday, the stock would have been pumping. Today, it's like I've been set free. I've been set free. Thank you very much. Yeah. Brian, that one showed up on the scanner as well. It looked like it was gaining a little bit of attention. Are you in it? Let me know. I'll take a look. Yeah. Let me know if you're in a position. I'll take a look. AEHL. Yeah, that thing seemed like it was gaining a little bit of attention here. Not a whole lot of volume though, which is the downside. Right? Not a whole lot of volume. Not a whole lot of volume. But let me look at a different time frame here because this doesn't really give you a whole lot of data, right? So there's a bit of a yeah. Look at that. It's one of those names that also did a split and crashed, right? You guys see why though when these stocks splits, the intention isn't to just run in there and say, oh my goodness, the float is so low. They all have low floats, right? They all do. They split. They all have low floats, right? But you notice how most of these splits end up crashing unless they have news. If they have news, they pump right away, right? But if they don't have news, the idea is that you end up selling off. So this one is just like every other split stock. It doesn't have the volume yet, right? The good thing for this one is that at the very least, it's been holding a base for 2 days now above a dollar. Also, mask started running from like $1.15, so they might try and protect the dollar. I think if I was interested in this, Brian, I'd be waiting for a dip closer to that $1, 105, $1, right, with the stop loss right below a dollar, or wait for a breakout, right? This is like day three now, right? That it's been struggling with the $1.30. So you might as well just let it break out or let it come back down. You only have two options here, right? God damn it, that looks like AFC. It really does. It really does. So yeah, you only have two options. The volume isn't there yet, it's not ready. So it needs to dip closer to that level or it needs to break out. Alrighty. Yeah, and then nice little pop GV got rejected at the supply zone. So yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And even if you are in a position, Brian, you should still be okay because it's still in that same range, anyways. Still in the same range. Okay. Looks like VRAX is coming back down to retest that 20 cents again. Yeah, again, we knew this level was going to be a difficult level, though, right? That's why we put the circle there, right? This level was always going to be difficult. When you combine all these things together like that, that's going to be an interesting range. So hopefully, can stay above 20 cents again. Hopefully, Mask is still holding that 250 really well, which is actually a really nice retest area. So again, retest one, retest two, right? And it's bouncing back again. So that bottom has become a nice little spot there for Mask, right? Can't trust Canada. Uh, Canada. Yep, exactly, Raven, exactly. Some of those are just, the cost of doing business, and that is okay too. And that is okay. I think for Mask, it would need to get back above 285 to really regain that momentum. To really regain the momentum. Today just feels like more of a scalp day than anything else. Like you don't want to stay too long in any of these names. Okay. Yep. Exactly. They are penny stocks for a reason. It looks like GV is just. I wonder if we come back and retest this actual breakout here. I wonder. Why do these stocks always go hit your stop exactly, Josh? Um, because your stop is probably in the wrong place, or maybe because your entry is too high. Because the market knows. They're like, you know what? Before we go, this Joshua guy, this guy. Yeah, they're watching your portfolio. They're like, this Josh guy. No. They're like, no, not today, Joshua, not today. They can't see me winning. Nope. Uh, he said, don't stay too long in mask. No, you don't want to stay too long in any of these names, right? Mask is bouncing up a good technical level, Sky, right? Like, do you see that? Or do you need to do you need to type something in the chat? Right? You see the double bottom right there, right? Don't stay too long, right? Don't let it get rejected on you. AO Robs. Exactly, Raven. They saw that stuff and had to have it. Yep. They're like, you know what? Let's spin the wheel. Today, this was the market maker this morning. They're like, okay, let's open up the wheel. Who whose stop loss are we looking for today? They said spin it. They spun the wheel. They said, oh, it's gonna be Joshua. They said, okay, find the stop loss. They said, congratulations, Joshua. You are the winner. You are the winner. Where's your stop loss? Don't worry, we will find it. Ah, unbelievable. Well, anyways, GV is bouncing back up. They say you want to win a giveaway? Yes, you won the giveaway. Mm, you won the giveaway. You won the unlucky lottery. Yeah. I went back to. Okay, sounds good. Good job, Kirsten. Yeah. 257 to 273. Okay. I mean, that's a good scalp, right? Why did you say they snatched your money? It's a good scalp. And then again, it's getting rejected, right? So, Sky, do you see why we say don't stay too long? Do you see why? You see why, right? Right? Okay, just asking. We do, yeah. I don't understand the addition to AI in trading. How does that not manipulate? AI is not here to help Tyler. AI is not here for retail. Okay, like AI will help you. I think the best AI can do is AI will help retail with technical analysis, right? Like it will help you with, giving you levels. Like, hey, watch this level, watch this level. AI is not here to help retail trade. That'll be the last thing they do on earth. The very last thing they do is help retail in the market. Like at the bottom of the list, right below pumping AMC to 1 trillion, there's going to be AI help retail make money. Right, right below AMC going to $100. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that, right? Like AI will help with levels and like education. Um, yeah, yeah. That tells you Nancy Pelosi trade since yeah, the stuff like that, yeah, stuff like that, yeah. Sky, are you still wondering if you should be staying too long on mask, right? Don't stay too long. Scalp the damn thing and move on. Right? So there goes your rejection on mask. Surprise, surprise. Right on the downtrend line too. Right? Slapped. So don't stay too long. There's no news on these names, so be very careful. GV is a Canadian stock though, so you can always that's fine. That's always okay. Canada is you can always yeah, that's a different story. There's still a supply zone there though. Yep. Exactly, Luna. Exactly. AI will help you in a lot of ways, but not to yeah. Yep, exactly, Jaden. Exactly. VRAX is still stuck at 20 cents. They're like, hey, 20 cents. Wait, is this Joe? Did you change your name? I think that's Joe. That's Joe, isn't it? The Joe? Come on. Is this Joe? Who is this? Who is this? All these name changes, all these name changes. Let's go. Come on. Come on. The Texas futures trading goods. Are you yeah? Okay, good. No, you change your name the other time, Joe. I will do better. I'll do better. Let's go. Come on, Joe. It's good to see you. How are you? How's the warm weather getting warmer treating you? Let's go. It's good to see you, Joe. Joe's always scalping futures, so yeah. The futures criminals just they hide and come out every so often. Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat, Joe. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, futures trading goat. Yeah. Joe's the guy that goes in with 34 contracts. Joe's a changed man though, he's a changed man. He doesn't do that anymore. Now it's only 20 contracts or 10 contracts. Dan's the reasonable futures trading goats. Um, Joe is all in. Yeah, blessed beyond belief. Love it, Joe. Love it, love it. Good to hear. 20 contracts. You blow or you pass. Joe is the king of getting stretched. Joe is the guy that invented the word stretched, in futures. He's been stretched more than anyways. William, you're still holding VRAX? Okay. Yeah, this 20 cents is gonna be really important. Really, really important. Really, really important. 6K today. Let's go, Joe. There he is. Look at that. $6,000 for Joe today, guys. Yeah, I like it. Telling you, Joe doesn't do small. Ah. Virus, you know it's true. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Love it. The definition is gonna need 2 pages. Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, looks like Frax is still holding 20 cents. So that's kind of William, that's like your line in the sand, right? So really good base. It needs to stay above that. If it's a double bottom, not bad at all. Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. uh, you know what, Dan? You're not wrong. I'll say that. You're not wrong. Rubbish. Josh. Ayo, 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 Josh. Ayo, ayo. Spy is up 1%. Take your rubbish away, Rob. Take your rubbish away. Did you wake up Trump? Trump woke up, huh, and said, you know what? You know what? Tell Trump we already called the stock market bottom and crypto bottom. He can go away now. We don't need him anymore. Tell him to go away. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, now plus 10. That's a good comeback, Mike. Why? Were you minus 300 on VRAX? Or what? Please send you a link again to join. Sure. Send you a link. Invite. Okay, so click this link at the bottom of the chat, KB. On mask? Interesting. Yeah, GV got rejected hard up that supply area. Everything just seems to be getting rejected now, though. Right, so, but yeah, VRAX is holding 20 cents, which is good. Let's see if GV can stay above 30 cents. 30 cents. See if you can stay above that level, right? Because there was a bit of a double top breakout there. So basically, what's happening now is you're retesting that level. So, right. So again, resistance. If they let me draw here, resistance, resistance, breakout, and then retest for GV. Joe, are you still driving and trading? Are you still driving, or you're more home now? My question is, how come all the mods of hot trades, how come all your wives bully you? Joe's another one. Remember those days where like Joe would be trading and then his wife would be coming home and then Joe would have to run go do the dishes. You remember that? Uh, how come all the green names in the chat? It's almost like the requirements to become a mod of hot trades is getting bullied by your wife. Okay, good, Joe. Good. Good, good, good. Those days are gone. Why do I not believe you, Joe? Why do I not believe you? Because we have power. Oh, Empress says we have power. Come on. Ah, let's go. Dances until you get married. Shut your damn mouth about what a wife demands. Let's go. Let's go. It's a super chat day, Dan, for all the short jokes, you know what? You know what? I'll accept. Thank you for the super chat, Dan. I appreciate that. And yes, I agree. I agree. I will shut up. You know what? Yes. Good. As a wife, I support what Dan says. Kristen, you're not supposed to be supporting Dan. Don't support him. Uh, that is a red flag. In this case, it's love. It's love, Mike. It's love. I actually like when the wives bully them, because they bully me. So I 100% accept bullying of the wives towards the husbands, especially Dan's wife. When Dan's wife bullies him, it's like Christmas for me. It's like getting an extra Christmas present. How do you send a super chat and then get roasted at the same time? Only for Dan. Only for Dan. And the other mods. Yep. Ah, you're not wrong, Joe. You're not wrong. Member only streams, 30 minutes. Member only streams. OXBR. Dan, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Hashtag trended. Uh, anyways. Yes. Good. Kirsten, good. Good. The honeydew list. Yeah. For Joe, it's doing the dishes. For Dan, it's doing the yard work. For Raven, it's getting food and building the house. Yeah. Uh, 6 months after me, la 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 la. Don't ever change. 6 months after that, she had changed me. Ah, hey Dan, that's how it works. Yeah. 18 years, no marriage. Does that count? Yes, it does, LT. Yes, it does. Does she bully you or is she nice to you? It's at the demand zone, sure. Yeah. So it's holding $1.60 for now, Ali. So $1.80-ish, $1.85 resistance, and then that 160 is acting as a bit of a base. Yeah. So as long as it stays above $1.60, if it doesn't hold that level, then you're looking for $1.50. Alrighty. So it's doing a really good job of holding that area for now. No. So heading to the demand zone, or is it past that? It looks like it's heading to the demand zone with the golden pocket. So like between 27 and 20 to 20, 27, 26, 25, 50. That whole area there, Kirsten. So basically the last level that it popped from. Right. So no consolidation at 30 cents. There's nothing to see there. Yeah, it's because Rob was talking too much trash. Remember when Rob was going to the store? Rob's wife was going to the store. You guys remember this, right? Rob's wife went to the store, and Rob was here talking rubbish on stream. He's like, I told my wife to get me some soda," and then she came back. You guys remember what happened? All of a sudden, Rob lost connection. His mic broke. His camera wasn't coming on anymore. Ah. Rob was talking all this rubbish on stream, and then his wife got back, and Rob disappeared for 30 minutes. ah. Anyways, I don't want to say anything, but I think he was getting beat up. But I don't want to say anything. So, Kristen, there's the dip into the demand zone now. It still needs to consolidate, though. If it doesn't consolidate, just leave it alone. Yeah, exactly, virus. Ah, yep, 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 yep. Mm, 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 mm. See, I don't know if Josh's wife bullies him. Josh. I think Josh's wife is might be the nicest, but also Josh has been very busy, so he might be getting bullied. Anyways, you simply don't make those. Yup, exactly, Dan, exactly. uh, yes, yes. Mm, mm. Varys's wife definitely bullies him. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. If it's not consolidating, don't touch it. That's a nasty dip there. A nasty, nasty deep ski. Looks like Mask is trying to break through the downtrend for now at least. And then yeah, Bullfrog needs to get back above that $1.80 alley, but not horrible though. uh, Hey, bullying is a sign of love, in a marriage, right? Yeah. And then Mask just had an interesting pop there, but was still in that supply area, so it's dipping back down. A sign of love. uh, oh yes, I saw that. I just forgot to respond. So the benefits of joining us in Discord is, first of all, you get a community, right, of like-minded people that want to make money and help you make monies, right? I think that that is the best quality of joining the community. Alrighty. Yeah. So it's because you were talking rubbish, Rob. Next time, right? Again, that's one of the best qualities of joining the community is just having a group of people that are looking out for you and helping you with ideas, education, picking you up when you're down, stuff like that, right? And then not to talk about the education, the tools you get, the ideas, the stock ideas, right? Plus we roast if you join, exactly. So there are a lot of benefits, right? If you look at some of the members in Discord that they've been members for like 5-6 years now, you understand why. Um, yeah, so if you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat um, from Nightbot and come join us. Alrighty, come join us. Is there education in the group or just chat? There's education more than you will be willing to. Yeah, yeah. So Again, so for example, I mean, just take a look at YouTube, right? So these are member only videos, right? So just go over to hot trades. That's not what I'm looking for, right? So if you go over to the hot trades channel and you just go over to the video section, right? Look at that, right? You're gonna see all the education you need. These are member only. So we joke around a lot. If you show up on this stream, you're gonna be like, why are they joking around all the time? But no, when there's money to be made, so like, look at that. Two days ago, we had a class, right? An hour and a half talking about when to buy these stocks that you get on the scanners, right? 2 weeks ago, we talked about scaling in and out of trades, right? Before that, we talked about, so there's a lot of education, right? When to buy and sell momentum stocks, right? Focus on losses, risk management in trading. So there's again, all of this, how to play breakouts, how to look for consolidation, right? Setting alerts, blah, 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 SEC filings, how to look for swing plays, right? How to trade options. Again, a whole bunch of stuff. So again, there's lots of education. GB, yeah, GB with a lot of weakness there. A lot of weakness. A lot of weakness. Hey, yo, Santiago, good morning. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful week as well. La, 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 la. How often do we have classes? We try and do them like every weekend, like a class and then a Q&A, right? But yeah, again, there's so many classes there though that you could keep watching those classes for the next however long, and you're still not going to be done. So there's a lot of stuff to go over. Alrighty, I don't know if we'll probably do a class this weekend, but I'm not sure. It's a long weekend, right? I don't know if you want to be doing a class. Our next class is going to be a Q&A. Yeah, so if you want to have access to all those classes, make sure you sign up for the level that says Legend Pro. Alrighty, so the Legend Pro gives you access to all those classes. Cool. Let's go. Oh, for GV? Yeah, I mean, it is trying to consolidate here now, right, for the first time. So as long as you stay above 25 cents, 24.50, red, if it can stay above that level, then there's a bit of hope. Alrighty, it's still in the same spot you were thinking of buying at, right? So it's trying to consolidate. Just make sure it doesn't break down. Yeah. Yeah, no, BFRG needs to break out here, Alex. Did you get back into this? Because I know you played with this nicely. I know Ali's holding this too, probably. Are you still in this, right, Ali? So again, it looks good. It's going back for that $1.80. So if it can break above $1.80, then that's really, really nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's because it looked weak. But again, like I said, though, it is trying to consolidate and curl. Just make sure you have a stop loss below. Yeah. See, yeah, you know what? I'm glad Dan can't post those videos on YouTube. Can you imagine if he could post those videos on here? Craziness, huh? We haven't talked about VRAX for a few minutes now, but again, VRAX is still holding that 20 cents. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRAX off 20 cents. I know a whole bunch of you guys are. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRAX off 20 cents. I know Raven is, right? Yeah, Regan is now. So again, that 20 cents level was really, 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 really nice. So now we're retesting the top of the range again. Amy, yeah. It would be nice if that thing could just, break out. Tim, you got in at 20 cents as well. I'm telling you, when Raven's wife isn't home, oh my days, guys. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's a nice pop. That's a really nice pop. So that 20 cents, you have to be willing to take that gamble though, right? Like that's what it is sometimes. The stock looks like garbage. It's below the 200 EMA. It's, gambly, but sometimes you have to be willing to take it, right? You also notice though, like, which is really important to me, right? So look at this chart, guys. Look at this, right? Because sometimes when I say, wait for it to consolidate, I don't think people quite, comprehend that. But like, look at that, right? It's not about just jumping in at 20 cents, right? It's about letting it sit there for a second. Look at that. You see that? sitting there for 20 cents, 20 cents, 20 cents, and then it's starting to curl, right? That's when the volume actually comes in. Alrighty. So it's not about just gambling. It's about waiting for a little bit of consolidation and then taking the risk and profit. But yeah, on the big dip. Yeah. Where's Tiffany? Tiffany is gonna be celebrating. But yeah, nice bounce. The 20 cents. Your previous comments above. Let me take a look. I missed it. Josh. For those that say often I will join when I have money. For those still trying to trade, I highly recommend Discord before trying to trade. Take the same money and invest in yourself. Absolutely. I always find that funny, like, hey, I need to make money before, I join. Right? I need to go get a job first, before I go get the education in school. Right? I need to make money before I get the education on how to do it. Yeah. It doesn't work that way, right? Not always. When sell the VRAX is the knob question. Where did you get it at, Aaron? Yeah. uh, Yep. Like waiting, like wanting to graduate before going to college. Yep. Education is 100%, successful trading. Yep. 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 Yes. 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 Invest in yourself. Wow. 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 Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything about Varys's comments. Nothing. We're just gonna pretend we didn't see anything, look at that. Look at that rejection on BFRG, right? So it's the same damn resistance at $1.80, right? Same resistance, slap. Yeah. So clearly that level is a problem, and it's been a problem all morning. So people are selling it at that level now. Right. So when people look to the left hand side and they're like, damn, this was a big problem last time, they're gonna sell it immediately the next time. Right. So that's the problem with having resistance levels like that. People tend to want to sell that thing. OXPR is still looking for a break above $1.40. GV is still looking suspicious, right? You see this red, right? That's why I said it still looks weak, right? But it is trying to hold, but it still looks weak though. Still looks weak. Yeah, Angel resistance at $1.40 for OXBR. Yeah. Unbelievable. And then Varys is like, oh, the cigar was taller. Rubbish. Like date night with no dates, only the night. $1. It is holding that 160 still though. So that 160 has been acting as a bit of a base here for BFRG. And GV is still holding at the bottom there, red, right? So still holding 24.50, 25 cents. Mask, yeah, that's a nice little higher low for Mask actually. A nice little pop. Test, test, test. uh, mm, 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 mm. It keeps getting rejected off the 280 still though. 280, 275. So you need a nice breakout on mask. That thing needs to take the mask off. You know? Yeah. Ah. Today's been an okay day for like these quick scalpies. Nothing like not none of the crazy runners today, which is fine. You just have to not be greedy. Uh, this is why we can't have all the mods on the same stream, because these guys are too crazy. You guys see why? You see why? We can't have all the mods, all the blue names on the same stream. You see why? This is what used to happen. This is what used to happen on hot trades after dark. Yeah. You see why the being a mod is a special requirement. A special requirement. Yeah. No, 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 no. Ah, come on. Okay, something breakout. We need a breakout. We need some boom skis. JTAI with a bit of a push. Mm. Yep. 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 Yeah, it's looking weaker and weaker as time goes on here, Raven. Weaker and weaker as time goes on. 2 cents. When are they doing a split though? That's the only question, Dara. Because as soon as they announce a split, you want to be very careful. Oof, look. Oh my goodness. Yep, there it is. Mask said I took the mask off. The mask is off now. Damn. Wow, that is a nice pop. Not quite a breakout as you would like to see, but that 320 we looked at earlier is still resistance, right? This level is still going to be key for a breakout, but that's a nice pop though, isn't it? Yeah, that was a good retest of the bottom and a higher low. So break 320 and the mask really is off. Good scalp there, Rude. Good scalp. So for 20 cents to 22 cents on VRAX. CM, yeah. Rob, isn't the discount code to PropShop 60% off? Shouldn't it be 60% off? Yeah, this last candle did make brand new highs, just not a breakout. Just not a breakout. Yeah, VRAX has been a good little scalpy. Nothing to diamond hand though. So now you're retesting the golden pocket again. OXBR got rejected off the $1.40, so no breakout. At Tune, then it crashed to $1.57. You got out. Yeah, I think the that response from Raven applies to you as well. Nissan is you can always get back in when it looks better. Yeah, because this thing's been super volatile, super volatile. But then it dipped all the way to that 157. Like you should have been out of the position anyways, right? Right, like from $2, a double triple top, like it was selling up. You shouldn't be in the position anyways, and then reconsider getting back in on at the bottom or a brand new breakout, right? Like you see this breakout right here of the 200 EMA, right, of that resistance right there. That was the signal. Yeah, so you shouldn't be staying in the position, but you can always get back in. Is Mask Chinese? I think yeah, it's a China stock. China. China has the best names for the stocks. Mask, Ding Dong, Nuts. Um, the best names in the markets. Bull. Mm-mm. Every weird name you think of is going to be a China stock. Yeah, that thing can break through. If it can break through, yeah, that 320, we might be off to the races again. A lot of supply up here though. Hong Kong Dong, HKPD, Hong Kong Police Department, Joe. Yeah, if AMC was a China stock, Regan, it would have gone to $1,000. But unfortunately, it's not. GV is still just consolidating in that same area, so it's a good thing that it's holding. But now it's also below the 200 EMA. So just if you play with that, just make sure you have good stops. KIDZ is kind of curling up the bottom too, with resistance at 365. And then Mask is still playing with the $3, 320 area. Yeah, it's trying to. ELAB. Calendar. Okay. Okay. GV is slowly curling here, right? Right. You see how the longer it consolidates, the easier for you to manage that stop loss, right? So GV, the Canadian. Anyways, we won't call this Canadian because of that price action. But that's a nice little base there, though, isn't it? So this is this is eating up the floor, isn't it? Right? Eat off the floor. Don't catch the knife. Eat off the floor. Let the food lay on the ground, and then you eat off the floor. Oof! Look at that pop, guys. Yeah. See, Red, you wanted to take that position. You should have taken it Right? It gave you a lot of time though. Gave you lots of time there to get in after 20 minutes of going sideways. Initially, it didn't look good, right? But the longer it sat there, the better. Anyways, Mask is still pushing for that 320 now. So let's see if we can break out and go boom skis. And then the Mask is really gonna come off. Three, two, one, and thrust. And what? And thrust. There it goes. So that candle needs to close about 320 before it's ready for more. So you're still getting rejected at 320. It's still your resistance. Yep, exactly, Raven. What do you mean you hope it took it? What do you mean? Uh, yeah. So nice little bounce there up 20. Let's call it 25 cents. You took it at 25 cents, Harini. Okay. Yeah, that was a nice pop to 29.50. Very quick pop though. Okay. I think it's because they're migrating the data to their own system rather than using a different, somebody else's system. He's a young scalper in his 20s, close to six figures, very humble and disciplined. I'm only when I when I get disciplined. Joe. Ah. Yes, when you've been stretched, Joe, that's when you're like, okay, okay, yes, yes, Mr. Market Maker, I accept. Other than that, no discipline. Exactly, exactly. KITT. Okay. Oh, that's why the market dipped. Trump says war against Iran won't last much longer. Other nations can reopen to see if Vance head to Pakistan. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So mask got rejected off 320, but it's that level that it's been failing at since earlier this morning. So not really a big surprise. Not really a big surprise. Everything again seems to be a scalp, right? Scalp, scalp, scalp. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, that's everything today, though, right? It's like pump and then back down and then pump and then back down. Yeah, I think it's very annoying though because it's the same rubbish every day, but the market still react to it, right? So it's not only a Trump issue; it's the market makers take advantage of it. But still, at the same time, like, do we need to hear that the war is not going to last much longer every single day? Like, does that need to be a conference, a tweet every single day? No, I don't think so. It's not going to last much. Yeah, you said that 2 weeks ago. That's fine. If it can last a week, 2 weeks, we're not complaining about any of that. We're just saying, like, stop yapping about it. We could take over the Strait of Hormuz every day. Like, damn, dude. It's just causing unnecessary volatility. We don't need that. You're in a nice long position, and then that rubbish comes out and then you get liquidated. You're going to be pissed because it's nothing new. Just stop yapping and then, come to us with something new. Damn. Uh, yeah. No, we don't need the the scammy volatility though, Josh. Yeah. The dips are nice, but sometimes the Trump has literally tweeted that every single day for the last 2 weeks now, Josh. We could take over the Strait of Hormuz. Other countries can reopen it. The war is not going to last much longer. It's going to end by Friday. We had a really good chat every single day. Yeah, right. Like the dip is nice. It's expected. Like March, April, dip times. And there's always a different reason. That's why you can't really just blame Trump alone, because every time the market will find a different reason to crash in March. So it's not just a Trump problem. But at the same time, like, okay, no, Joe, we called the bottom. The bottom is in. No more dips. Yeah, we no more dips. We called the bottom already. I need it for my portfolio. Why are you? No, no. We already had the dips. We had the dips, Josh. We already called the bottom. Now it's time to resume up. Come on, Jaden. Come on. No, SPY really could retest that 511. From 511 was the previous high, like the previous high. So basically a retest. If you look at SPY on the daily, you're gonna see that every time SPY rallies. I don't want to look at SPY, but we can. So if you look at this daily chart for SPY, right, you can see that there's definitely room, right, to this level right here. So you notice, like, right there, right? So this was the previous, that was the previous high breakout. We could easily dip to that level, right? We did it the same thing happened last time too, like every single time, right? Look at this, right? For the most part, right? There's always a retest of like these breakout spots, right? It happens more often than you think, always. Like you have the highs, then you have the retest of those levels. Last year too, when we dipped in, like when we had that COVID crash, it was a retest of another previous high, right? So we always do that, which is fine. So there's definitely more room to the upside, but all I'm saying is we called the bottom. Yes, we can be friends again. We called the bottoms. The bottoms are in. Yeah, the bottoms are in. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, Josh, exactly. Choo, 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 choo. Exactly. What metrics am I using? No metrics. Simply just sky metrics, metrics from the village. That's it. From a technical point of view, we could go lower, but from a village standpoint, we've hit the bottoms. We called the witch doctor and said, hey, pump the markets. Exactly. The moon metrics. These metrics here.
Scientists in Trinidad and Tobago believe they can build a rocket to go to the sun. Scientists in the United States said it is impossible that a rocket cannot go to the sun, it will be melted. The scientists of Trinidad and Tobago said they are not going in the day, they are going in the night.
Let's go. Those exact same metrics those scientists were using to go to the sun. That's the same one we're using. They're called night metrics. uh, New lines. Come on, Joe. The only lines you should be drawing are up arrows. Exactly, Mike. Well, yeah. If we think about it though, if we get any type of good news though, oof, we're gonna get a nice pop in the market. So hopefully they're close to some good news, because we've been getting a lot of negative headlines. Warren Buffett was on CNBC today, and he said that they have a lot of cash. They're not willing to buy anything in this market, so it looks like they're still waiting for more dipskis. Right? He's like, we sold Apple too soon. See, even Warren Buffett is like, we sold too soon. Right? He's like, If Apple dips more, we're gonna buy Apple. Even Warren Buffett tried to sell the top and he missed it. He's tried to sell the top, and they said, "Congratulations, Warren, you missed the top." And now he's like, "I wish we didn't sell too soon. I'm waiting for a dip so we can buy lower." And the dip is like, "Yep, see you later, Warren Buffett. See you later." I dare you. Ah, exactly, Mike. We have to. Exactly. What did Dan do now? Let me see. What did he do? As soon as I saw that, I'm not even gonna look anymore. I saw the name of the factory. I'm not even gonna look. No, they're not, Raven. They're not. Spice pushing back up. Why? Because the village metrics, moon metrics are in. Anyways, what else do we? Why is 9 moving up here? An energy play. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that getting alerts still? That candle doesn't seem right, does it? Uh, is that a split in the middle of the day, or like what the hell are they doing? I did they just do a split in the middle of the day, or because that stock didn't just go from 37 cents to $9.70. Find the top. Yeah, they must have done a split or something like that. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, no, it has to be a split. I don't know. Something just seems off about it. Okay, sounds good. Goldhound, have a wonderful rest of the day. See you later. Green zone, testing $1.50, testing the VWAP and the 200 EMA. There's a mini green zone there, not a huge one though. Yeah. No, it's just an energy play. Just an energy play. Yeah, Mask is slowly coming back. So Mask is looking like the better stock for now for these scalps because it keeps coming back. GV is still holding up the bottom too, which is good. So GV Mask, those two look good. Kid still needs to break above 365, 370. Ready? And Mask needs that $3.20. Uh, the stock that it has been approved for listing. Okay, so they basically relisted the stock then. Okay. So delisted, and then yeah, so I think that's right because I had it on the energy list, and then someone told me that it was delisted. So they hmm. Mask wants to take the mask off again, but it really needs to break out above the 320. So same resistance. uh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, if you have an algo question, just tag Rob in Stock General, please. Yeah, just so the algo channels don't get messy. Yeah, the spread on this thing is pretty crazy though. The spread is pretty. Oof! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that rejection on mask. But again, at this point, everybody knows there's resistance at $3.20, right? So they said no, thank you. Slap it back down. Leave your mask on. Yep, that's exactly what happened, Josh. Exactly what happened. They said no, thank you. We don't want to play games like this all day. No, thank you. They said, and slap. Is it go time? It's still holding the view app, so still holding the view app. Benji, are you in it? Are you in VRAX? It's still holding the 20 cents. You are? Okay, yeah, it's still holding 20 cents. So super annoying, but it's still holding the base. It's a relisted stock. So yeah, basically a brand new IPO, Ajay. Yeah. Yeah, no, everything today is giving you opportunities. It's just not giving you like lasting opportunities, you know? It's like, hey, make money, take money, or run away. Right? Nothing seems to be holding the gains and pumping continuously. So, which is okay. As long as you're not greedy today, you should be okay. Okay. I was hoping it would live up to, yeah. Yeah, it said not today. Not today. Not today. Little scalpies on it, but yeah. Little scalpies. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully the volume can pick up a little bit though, because this is getting a little bit slower, you know? I mean, we are close to lunchtime, but this is getting a little bit slow. You're getting impatient, Tyler. Hopefully it runs. Buy the whole float, it's gonna run for sure. Buy the whole float. Looks like GV is still holding that 25 cents. Red, did you ever take the? Oh yeah, you were hoping that it took on. How do you not know though? By you should know by now though. There's still a lot of like social media hype for this stock, right? There's just not a whole lot of volume on it, but there's a lot of social media hype on AEHL. Like I said earlier, nothing's changed. It needs to break out, right? Like it really, really, really just needs to break out above the resistance. HKIT is pushing up a little bit again. HKIT. I got out and then went to put. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. At the very least, Mask is still holding the bottom of the range. Still holding the bottom of the range. For some reason, it feels a little bit chilly here today. What's the weather like? What's going on here? It's only -8 actually. It's only -8 today. So it looks like the weather is going to continue to improve, which is nice. I think winter might be over, you know. Joe, Much love, Joe. See you in Discord. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Alrighty. See you later. Winter is over. It looks like the forecast is showing a little bit of snow on Thursday, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. You said winter is almost over and it's negative 8 degrees Celsius. Yeah, because of the progression, and also because winter is usually a bit more aggressive than that. So like that alone is a lot of progress. We'll take that. We'll take it. La, 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 la. I think you're still in winter. Yep. Hey, I mean, one sec. I think we were planning on Florida this summer. So yeah, with Josh and Robs and all the other criminals, Florida. Choo, 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 choo. So you guys have alligators and snakes though, so I don't know about that. Hmm. And also, you guys have rubbish weather when it rains. Your storms, I've seen those YouTube videos where people are chasing storms. I'm like, okay. And GV is just playing games. See, all these stocks are honestly just playing games at this point. Florida is something else. One of the cheapest places to live and most expensive to visit. Mhm. Yeah, skunk. Yeah. You be in Florida. How come everybody's going to Florida this summer? How come everybody? No. It wasn't tradable. It's just the uplist. Yeah. So no, it wasn't tradable, Refi. Yeah. Josh visits Miami quite often. One of my favorite places. Yeah, as a kid. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to the walk up to the World Cup. KIDZ. Uh, there's so many random stocks right now that have that potential to push. So many random stocks. You could always stay by Rob, Josh. Rob lives in Tampa, so we could always stay closer to Rob. Yeah, we could get a nice Airbnb by Rob. I'm sure Tampa is cheaper than Miami. There goes VRAX with a bit of a push. We rent out during the summer. We go when we want. Oh, there you go. See, yeah, Robin Pyro, yeah. Mike 24, yeah, Celsius. So it's always a lot warmer. They don't have winter. Yeah, yeah, we could stay at dance. Yeah, we could stay at dance. Do, 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 do. Nice pop there for VRAX. VRAX has done a good job, like holding 20 cents. Really, really good job. So it's like a constant scalp. Raveny, you're still in that position, or you took the gains already? Yeah, it would be nice if that thing actually broke out, and just kept going rather than like the constant up and downs. Okay, you bought more. Okay, sounds good. For why is Bitcoin dipping without the markets? Why? Interesting. Very interesting. Bitcoin dipping without the markets. You know what, Dan? You know what? Do, 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 do. Yep. Yeah, no, that 20 cent level became a really nice level. So this is one of those cases where like the golden pocket is like, it's not necessarily valid. Why? Because your consolidation is below the golden pocket. And you have to see that sometimes, that's part of technical analysis, is looking at this and saying, hey, you know what, maybe the golden pocket is not the best in this case, but that 20 cents though at the psychological level, and it's proving to you that it's holding that level, so that's a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's been very. I think that's also because though, Josh, they slapped it before the markets dipped, right? SPY was still sitting at like all-time highs when Bitcoin was breaking below 70K. Like it's always a nice predictor of like what's to come. So they slap Bitcoin and then they slap the markets. Yeah. Now I wonder if BTC stabilizing here is gonna signal the boom skis, or if we get that one dip like you're talking about to 60K. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Josh has enough dips. It's time to pump. Work WSHP to see how the no, 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 no. That's interesting. Very interesting. GVH. Yeah. Come on, VRAX, give us a breakout. Do something. Do something. This one, yeah, this one just hit that resistance and said no, thank you. This has been the slowest day we've had so far this week, and in the last 2 weeks, right? I think it's just because we're going into a holiday. The holidays, sometimes are like this. But Yeah, nice little pop. The volume is lacking though. Even though the volume is there, you can tell that the volume needs to come in a bit more. But nice little breakout, Austin. A nice little breakout. And then obviously you're going to be dealing with that 220 area. 220. Two 20 resistance. Kirsten, see you in Discord. See you in Discord. Choo. By the way, WSHP, that's WeShop. I think yeah, Alex mentioned that already in the chat. Like this is WeShop, guys. You guys remember this stock, right? This is WeShop. This is the stock that was at $250. Isn't that crazy? How these stocks, like, look at the IPO. IPO happens, 20 something dollars, right? Boom, 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 boom. From $20 to $250, back to $7. Has it been 6 months yet? Nope. Nope. So those people that were like, locked up, like, holding locked up shares, you don't really get to benefit from that. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? We all knew this thing was gonna crash, though, right? How is it at $8? Cause like we all knew this thing was gonna crash back down. All these stocks that run, like VCX, is kind of the same thing, right? Like I think we like VCX a bit more because they have that SpaceX connection, right? SpaceX IPO, so people are gonna be looking at this one, right? So it's kind of playing around like between $100 and 95 the last 2 days, right? Yeah, like at 95 to $100, it keeps going back and forth here. So, but these stocks, that this one was at $575, and then all of a sudden it's back to 95. Like these stocks always end up crashing. So that's why you buy your one share, you sell it at some point. You don't go diamond handing because they're gonna crash eventually. Fat Pipe announces partnership with TDs, whatever that other thing is. I don't know what they're doing there, but oh yeah, that's not even close. That is nice though, Dan. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought like that was a city in Dan. I thought that was a city in like Florida, or like a city in Miami or something when you said that, because we were having a conversation about that. I thought maybe that was yeah. That area looks really nice, Dan. That looks very, very nice. That looks very, very, very nice. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty far away. Yeah, it's very far. Do better, Dan. Do better. Yeah, no, that area, Dan, looks very nice as well. Very, very nice. It's like right by the water. Yeah, on yeah, that's because you have that support at $1.50 here for bullfrog BFRG. You have a little bit of support there. Again, the levels are nice in these stocks. They're just not holding up as much as we, or breaking out as much as we would like to see. So a little bit of a slower day in the markets. Okay. And through early September, Dan, yeah, that's very cool. Very, very cool. I like it. Mid September, anyways. Why? Because it's too hot, Aaron. So we just take a. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Sounds amazing, Aaron. Yep. No, it's moving up nicely here of that support. Yeah. $1.68. $1.68. School spring break. I almost killed a bunch of people. uh, yep. No, I don't think I'd like that. Too many people. Way too crowded. Way too crowded. Hmm. Yeah, KIDZ still looks interesting though. Like it doesn't look like it's completely done yet. Same thing with VRAX. Like a lot of these names just same thing with Mask, right? Like all these names are just lacking the volume because they definitely don't look like they're done pumping. Question is which of them will actually move? Yeah. No, thank you, Dan. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Yeah, you need a breakout. The good thing is that for the most part, on the same name, it's been going back and forth, the entire day. So if at some point if it can break out, then that would be a really good sign. Yeah, a very very good sign. Uh, Let's see if we eventually get a breakout on one of these names. Sheesh. Hmm. Very interesting. Okay. Overnight, if it doesn't come back, you're in at 21.8. I think it's gonna come back to that level. And as long as it stays above 20 cents, there's still so much time left in the day too, Aaron. So um, between now and all the hours we have left, you should be able to see that 21.8 if you wanted to sell for break even, right? Yeah, ELAB with a nice push there. But yeah, no, as long as you stay above 20 cents, it should be okay. So but now I would say, put a stop loss and then wait. If it doesn't hit and it's pushing to the upside, then you can always sell if you want to. That's a really nice push. So golden pocket demand zone break above the VWAP. Nice breakout. Yeah, we were watching this one early this morning. It just wasn't doing anything. It just stayed in the same range and then eventually went a little bit lower. Now we're back into the supply zone. The break above the VWAP was good though. So sometimes when you're in a range like this, just look for the break out of the range, right? Because that's usually when the momentum actually kicks in. Because you can just be going sideways the entire day and doing nothing until it breaks out, then people get excited. Excited. I mean, Aaron, look at that. You're almost back to your 21.8. So I think you'll be okay. You should be okay. Yeah, exactly, Jules. You break out of there, then it's violence. Violence. We need some more violence today. This is way too quiet. Just to clarify, Dan violence in the market, not anywhere else. Just so just so we're on the same page. Yeah, there are a lot of lazy stocks today, Gail. A lot of lazy stocks. Like you get a lot of stuff off the scanner, but there isn't any follow through. And there you go, Aaron. You're back to break even. You're back. 2190. So yeah, that one was pretty easy, right? Especially the range that it's been going back and forth in. So easy to manage. Yeah, so don't worry too much about overnight. It's a mess. Yeah. I'm surprised your wife let your office, stay that messy for this long. She's like, you know what? That's the only place you're allowed to have that mess in. Anywhere else? No. VRAX to the sky. As long as it stays about 20 cents, hopefully it can decide to move up at some point. But that thing's been annoying though. And yeah, it's failing at the 200 EMA for now. Her office is a disaster too. Uh, anyways, anyways, leave your wife alone. Clean your office, Dan, and then you can clean her office too. Do you guys both work from home, Dan? Yeah, KIDZ is like right there, wanting to go. VRAX is right there, wanting to go. Mask is just sitting in that 250 support area. B Fry is sitting there too, wanting to go. Like a lot of these stocks just don't have the follow through. Yeah, probably right. Probably. Okay, so yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool, Dan. Yeah, so you guys both work from home then. Very cool. I like it. Let's give it another 15 minutes or so and then see where we're at. See where the markets are at in 15 minutes, and then we can hop off and go back to Discord if we need to. Yeah, VRAX has been really trying to push, really trying to push. It's just one of those days, where like it's just no follow through. Uh, to travel as much, very blessed. No, Dan, yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. She can pretend to work, or she can work like half the day, when you guys are traveling, and then yeah, and then do more work when she gets back. Oh, let's go, Raven. Such a good husband. I need to take food to my wife at work. Maybe to get her to go there every day. Exactly, Raven. If you do things like these, take her food to work, blah, she's gonna feel amazing and go to work every day, and then you're gonna make more monies. Yeah, love it, Raven. Good. Have a great day, Dave, Raven. Alrighty, much love. See you later. Choo, 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 choo. Jaden, yeah. Dan's been full time trading for a while. Yes. Yes, Raven just misses his wife, and then he's gonna pretend to take food just so he can hang out for a little bit. Yeah. Yes. 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 Love it. It is right. It's a bribe. Definitely a bribe. You can tell one of these stocks is gonna pop at some point. Bullfrog looks like one of those candidates, Like it really wants to go. Is it gonna do it though? Who knows? Exactly, Raven. Exactly. Yeah. We can send her food every day, Some food and some snacks. Being very blessed. Yep. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. That is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yes, yes. Yes. One step at a time, Aaron. One step at a time. See, Aaron, you see why you need to join us in Discord? Why? What are you waiting for? Just come join us. 173. Do, 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 do. Yeah, if it has a crazy spread like that, Tyler, you wanna make sure that if you're interested, you put a limit buy or you stay away from it. Apple is testing a feature that would let Siri process multiple requests in a single. I mean, Siri is a pretty lazy AI. Um, so it's about time it was able to process more than one request at the same time. The company is developing iOS 27 later this year. Later this year, they need to learn from Google. Rubbish. Yeah, there is. Yeah, you can see that circle at the top there, right? 180 resistance. You're supposed to be relaxing. I said I just made $600. She said keep trading. Yes, keep making monies. Yeah. You guys should buy a house in an area like that too, Dan, and then rent it out. You know? Yeah. So 162, but you sold it quickly when it started. Eh, I mean, that's a bit of a panic move, though, Common, right? If you bought at 162 and you panic sold at 157, then yeah, yeah, that was a bit panicky. Yeah, that's why it's important to know these levels, Common, before you get into that position and then put a stop loss. Because if you looked at the chart on this, you know you have support at 150, right? So then there's no need to. But then again, it easily could have just broken below that level and keep dropping. So, but I think you want to make that decision based on technicals rather than just selling it because you're scared. Yeah, yeah. About a 12-hour flight, that is far, way too far. Way too far. Okay. Bengals, your friend in, yeah, okay, absolutely. Whenever you're ready, come join us, Bengals. Come join us, and yeah, come join us, and then tell Joe Burrow to win the Super Bowl. Tell him to do something. So another rejection in this one, another rejection kind of sitting there. Mask is just sitting there too. Kids, another rejection. ELAB is slowly creeping up here, which isn't too bad. Not too bad. What we need is a breakout, not sideways price action. Not bad, ELAB. Not bad. This is the year. Yes. 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 Let's go, Luna. Jogging time. I don't know how you jog every day, Luna. Still don't know. I don't know how you do it every single day. It's not like you're jogging like, 2 miles. Office, Marvel. Yep, yep. This is not the year. uh, I had no idea you were a Bengals fan then. No idea. No, not the discipline part. I mean, like the long runs. Like super super long runs on your body. I mean, from that area. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I was watching there was a Netflix documentary. And it went around following, like the NFL quarterbacks, and it was cool to watch. And Joe Burrow was one of those guys. Yeah, he's nice. You got an ELAB at 385. 385. So you're nice and green in that position then, Bengals. Nice. Yeah, that's good. That's very nice. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. So congratulations. Just keep moving your stop loss up. Very, very nice. Those are some nice, nice pops on ELAB. Some really nice boom skis. Yeah, the markets dipped and then said, "Thank you very much. Let's go back up." I told you guys, the markets have hit the bottom already. If you didn't buy your dip skis, forget about your dip skis. Ready? I made a phone call to Trump. I said, if you do this again, if you do anything negative again, you're gonna get you're gonna get removed. So yeah, ELAB just got halted up. By the way, ELAB just got halted up. That's a nice pop. Bengals, this is very nice. This is when you become a member. Come join us. Yeah, congratulations. The markets are cooking. I just got an email. Hi, this is Chloe. Who's Chloe? Earlier, hope you're doing well. Forms will be once they're available, beginning to the end of March. Okay. Uh, la 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 la. Okay. Chloe works at YouTube support because I wasn't happy. Did you fix? Yes, skunk. All of it is fixed. Fixed. Now just boom skis. Just boom skis. I know, right, Dan? Or like at the very least, just lock it so no one can sign up for it. That should be a pretty easy fix. Yeah. Wait, congrats on what? Luna, on what? Congrats on what? I'm gonna run today, Luna. I still need to order a new pair of running shoes. I don't know. I don't like running in like running shoes though. I like running in like No, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna run today. Uh, yeah. Yesterday was rest day. Today is running day. Yeah. Today is running day. I ran so much on Saturday. Was it Saturday? My watch said you need 82 hours to recover. Your trading readiness is a one, very poor. So I needed yeah. So I needed a rest day. Yeah, yeah. Those shoes do look nice though. They do look really nice. Yeah, these ones, these ones. Uh, I like like there's a gray color or like a different color, but they're just good for running. They're not like nothing crazy. Images, I guess. I like the other color one. I like the gray one or like the yellow orange looking one. Yeah, I like these ones. These ones look good. I like these ones. I probably yeah. I haven't ordered them yet though, because I still like my soccer shoes. I like running in like I don't know. Do you yeah, I like I don't know. Yeah. You need those sandals? I know, right, Raven? Exactly. Yeah. GV. Yeah, GV is still holding up the bottom really nicely. So GV is very similar to VRAX, right? Like they're both like just consolidating up the base. Yeah, that's what these are, right? That's what these are. I think, right? That's what these are. They're not A6 or whatever. Anyways, they seem to have some very good ratings. Some very good ratings. ELAB is unhalted, by the way, and it's pushing nicely there. Pushing. Keep an eye on Beyond Meat. Earnings today after hours, it's creeping up. I kind of feel like the the run up before earnings is better than like the post earnings run. Good job. 10 out of 10 green trades today. Well done, Ron. Yeah, that's a good day. Nice scalpies. A6 32. Okay. Yeah, these ones are whatever A6 men's gel Nimbus 27 running shoes. I have no idea what that means. No clue. But but yeah, no idea what that means. You got a pair of these ones? Okay. Okay, they're not nearly as good as the really? Okay. Let me go back then. Let me go back to I thought those were like the same things, Luna. Extra wide? I don't know. Let me go over to the website. Let's see. So which of these are good hookah running shoes? Those other shoes look nice though. Like these look nice. So you don't like these ones? You like the hookahs instead? So men's. Free shipping. Uh, so so those are let me type that in here. Are those I don't see those in here. Search. I don't see those in here. Everything's pumping. What do you mean everything's pumping? Like large cap wise? Yeah, it's about time. I told you this morning that the bottom is in. I made a phone call to Trump and I said, "This is it. This is it." Okay, those are the ones you're referring to. Okay, let me search those up as well. Let me go back to Google. Google's. A6 gel Cayano. And then was there a number to those? I think Winterfell added a number in there. Yeah, 32. 32. 32. Ooh, those look nice. Those look nice. Let me see. Okay. Those look nice. I'll look them up later. I They're very similar, yeah. With a bit of support. Yeah. Not better than the Nimbus. I think this one's the Nimbus. So which one's better? This one, or the Cayano? You had Nimbus, you no longer use them? Why, Luna? What happened? For your wife? Okay. There's only one vote? Okay, so Nimbus. Hookah is better? Okay, I'll look at these two and then I'll look at the other ones too, Luna. Which one was the other one? So Hookah 6 or whatever? Hands down. Okay, the Kaino wins hands down. Okay. And then Luna mentioned the Bondi 9, Hookah Bondi 9. These sound like weird names, you know? Bondi 9. These look like they have a lot of support. To the Leprechaun feet, and you see, I would go with Nimbus if you want walking on the clouds. Yeah, sounds good. They all look good though. They all look like they have good support. They all look like they have good support. They're all kind of the same price anyways. Yeah, and that the idea is just to have good support. You can't play soccer in these. I usually so open up another tab here. And this is what I run in, which is not good. So, but I feel so comfortable in these because I'm usually playing with them anyways. Let me just see if I can find them. So I usually run in stuff like this. There is no support. Okay, so don't judge images. Let me see if I can find exactly what I run in. Yeah, the Nikes. But yeah, you can kind of see though they're kind of the same. Yeah, I run in something like this. Yeah, yeah. Just because my feet are kind of used to like stuff like that. No, yeah, no. Again, like yeah, would be destroyed if I run if you. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. So, but yeah, but I play soccer in these though. All year, every year. So, well, in the winter at the very least. Those look like a house slipper. No, like these are soccer shoes. Like this is what you have to wear to play inside. You know, that's what you have to wear. So, and then if you need a bit more, yeah, like yeah, stuff like this. Like that's what it's made for. So then I use like stuff like that for running and for soccer. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I might as well get a separate pair for running. Because when I go to the gym, the first thing I do is run, like always. Like my gym routine is like go to the gym, run 2 miles, unless I'm feeling more, but usually like run my 2 miles and then do whatever else I'm doing for the day, right? But that's my daily like my routine. So I'm always running. So that or soccer or whatever. Let's just go no, Dad. Everybody wears these, and then you can pick your color or your style, right? Yeah, you can pick whatever color you want. They come in all the colors, all the colors. Now, outdoor shoes though, like that's where you have a bit more, like that's where you have like a bit more fun. Um, if I can, yeah. This is where you get a bit more creative. This is where you can have a bit more fun because there are, yeah. This is where you have a bit more fun. Like those, like like stuff like that. Um, Mine look like this. The like full black. These are way nicer. These are way nicer. But yeah, yeah, those are nice though. But anyways, very nice. Okay. Yeah, I like the retest of the that 475 spy pump. Well, we told you guys the market dip is over. If you didn't buy the dip skis, is finished. Now, I know, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are men's and women's probably. Like so, the super colorful ones, maybe a women's. Iran's president, we are ready to end the war, but one guarantees. That's why the market just exploded. Uh, it's almost like they're watching the stream. It's almost like they're watching the stream. They're like, you know what? We listened to her trades. We're ready to end the war. We are ready. I mean, don't say we didn't tell you guys. You know, we told you this morning the war is over. Well, we didn't say the war was over. We said if you didn't buy the dip, it's too late. We're done, right? Look at that pump. As two, when was the last time the market had a 2.5% green day? That is nice. We still need to get back above 650. Pretty weak, huh? Pretty weak. Uh, yeah, Sid would know. Sid would know some of those firms. Sid would know. Mm, 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 mm. The bottom is in. The market said, that is it. We are done. Okay. Luna? Oh, yeah, that link. Let me take a look. Yeah, those are nice. I'll take a look at those. I'll take a look. Oh, yeah, those look good. Those look really good, actually, Luna. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Then the markets are flying, flying. See, like any type of good news, you know? But yeah, I'm sure we're going to struggle at this 650. Why? Because why not? Because why not? Yeah. Here we go. Bullfrog. Exactly, Danya. Yes. For now, I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy now. Yes. We've had enough dips. We said dips in March, Dan. We got the dips in March. It's time to resume up. Are you sure they actually said that though? I don't know if they actually said that, but who knows? Yes, yes, yes. What's the source though? Like, what's the source? Iran's president states they are prepared to end the war if they receive guarantees. Again, you know, the guarantees might be, yeah, yeah. The guarantees might be something ridiculous that no one's willing to meet, you know. But yeah, yep, yep, yep. Exactly. That's the problem. If guarantees, yeah, guarantees, and Trump is gonna be like, nah, bro. You know they're gonna keep going back and forth, right? Like, and they're pretty accurate. Okay. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, hopefully they do come to an agreement and things can kind of quiet down. You know, I don't know how the markets are gonna react to that, but yeah, we were already pumping anyways. It's almost like someone knew this news was coming. Anyways, yep, it's about time it did something, but we still need to close above $1.80. We're still at that same resistance, Fernando. It looks good though. Looks way better. We've said this quite a bit today. Like a lot of these names look good. Like they're ready to go. They're just not going yet. So yeah, Bullfrog needs to clear this $1.80 and stay above. At some point, you want the yeah. Exactly, Dan. Hopefully that's what's happening, and they can all make a deal and move on. Make a deal and move on. Yeah, I think the right thing to do, like if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're like, hey, is this really done? The right thing to do is to wait for like an official agreement, and then go from there. If you're concerned, yeah, yeah. Because again, like they're saying if guarantees, the next hour we're gonna hear that this is fake news, or Trump is gonna be like, nah, bro, we don't really do that here. We don't do that here. But just because we've been getting so many conflicting headlines. Google forgot to come back. Yeah, virus basically went all in into the markets, all in, all in. So he's gonna be happy with this pump. He's gonna be happy. SPY looks a bit suspicious of that 650. I think it's because nothing's really guaranteed. Still a nice green day though. 2% is nice. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Exactly. So like this is a bit of an overreaction for now. Hopefully it's just a higher low and then continuation. Either way, hopefully there's progress. Hopefully, and then look at this. Bullfrog, same rejection, guys. Like look at this. Look at this garbage. Right? So this is why it's so important to be locking in gains. At some point it needs to really break through that level and close above it if it wants to go. But now it's just playing games with us. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Bitcoin also forgot that it could pop on that news. Bitcoin's like, wait, what happened? There's news, war's ending. We didn't know. We didn't know. GV is looking good though. So GV did a really good job. GV is behaving better than VRAX. You know, GV is holding up really well. Really, really nice curl there. I like it. We've talked about this quite a bit though, right? Off the demand zone. Red, that's the one you wanted, right? Red or Chris? One of you. Yeah, I think it was Red that wanted to take that position. Red. Very nice. Have a great day, Erin. See you later. Doesn't fix the la 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 la. Yeah, we'll see. All I know is I want to see them keep pumping the markets. We need this week. Every day should be a green day. Why? Because we said so. Just green day after green day. 1% green day every day, and then end the week. Sounds like a good week, right? Uh, mm, okay. 3160. Yes, Skunk. Yes. And yep, exactly, Dan. Exactly. I agree with that. Yep. The markets forget quick. The markets like to look forward very quickly. As soon as you give them a reason to, they look forward very, very quickly. Yeah. Yep. 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 32 pennies for GV. That's a really nice bounce. Really, really nice. Yeah. Yeah, Raven. Yes, yes. I do have a one-on-one though in less than 7 minutes. So we should have hopped off already, but we get up in a few minutes, like 5 minutes. Yeah. So 5 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Yep, exactly, skunk. He doesn't own a watch. No, I do not. No, I do have to hop off. So yeah, 5 more minutes, and then I'll hop off, and we can get back to Discord. Yeah, this was an excellent bottom on GV. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and continue in Discord. Alrighty. I want to buy SpaceX pre-IPO. I wish I could. And yeah, everybody seems to want to get into that SpaceX pre-IPO. Like everybody is wanting SpaceX, right? And like I'm telling you, even if like as long as we don't open like at $1,000 or like above, 700, yeah, I'm at least gonna buy one share. And if we open nicely at a good price, then there's gonna be a lot of FOMO, a lot of FOMO, a lot of FOMO. We're ready. I'll fight people over some SpaceX. Yup, everybody's gonna be fighting. It's gonna be fun. I really hope the price isn't just outrageous. We know it's gonna be, but I hope it's reasonably outrageous. We'll see. We shall see. Can you imagine if that thing opens at $100? They need a bigger share float, and they just need to open it at $100 or less. Then it's all in. Yeah. Sheesh. I was hoping they would announce that thing this week, but they still haven't done it. They still haven't announced the IPO stuff. So hopefully they do that soon. Yeah. Definitely going to be chaos. Let me know if you have any last questions, guys. Please and thank you. Alrighty. Let me know if you have any last questions, and then we'll hop off and go back to Discord. Mm. Desmond, you too. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day as well. Have a good day, Street. See you later. Doug, you too. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, it's retesting that 20 cents again, right? That 20 cents we keep bouncing at. So it tested it again and then bounced. So VRAX has to stay above that level, or maybe it's done. So yeah, watch that level closely. Watch that level closely. Versus what it cost NASA to put yep, and yep, exactly. I was watching a video yesterday, Dan. It was a video of Mr. Beast. It was like a little clip. Mr. Beast went over to the SpaceX their building, and that damn thing looked cool. It looked very cool, especially like it looked cool. That looked amazing. And they talked about how they're going to be sending people to space. to Mars, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Take care, Luna. See you tomorrow. Yang, see you in Discord. Have a great day as well. Vets 1138. Yeah, they're very cool. Yup, exactly, Dan. Exactly. That is so cool. That is so cool. Look at GV. GV is cool too. GV is like, hey, I'm cool. Yeah, that was an excellent push on GV. If they're not sure what that is. Not Bill. Yeah, GV has been really nice. And 35.50. This is a really good run. Really, really good run. Really, really good run. Alrighty, much love, Dan. Yeah, clean the office. Don't give back those gains. Smash a like as well if you haven't already, guys. If you haven't already, take a second, smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. And if you do become a member, just send me an email, HotTradeX, or go to the community section on YouTube. There's going to be an invite link at the in there. Alrighty. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Nancy, see you. Have a great day. See you later. Red, you too. See you later. Regan, see you later. Much love all. Raven, welcome back home. Have a good day. Much love. See you later. Dan, user Dan, bye for now. See you in Discord. Much love all. Bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.